Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. That person's on the other side of the wall. Either way, today's beverage is a very creamy banana oat milk milkshake. So welcome back to the game, and previously there was a bit of a fight over at the canteen for a myriad of reasons, but basically it was my fault. That means that we've got a lot of people in solitary, which means probably quite a lot of potential CIs. Yes, that's actually quite good, because when you recruit them, they then leave and we can obviously get people through this one. It also means that if we ever need to have a chat with any of these inmates for information purposes, then we obviously have the experience in the facility. Either way, let's get that done. And in this episode, yeah, we're going to get onto farming. I say, yes, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. Not that it's like anything bad, it's just, it's probably my least favourite part of the game, but I guess I'm going to get dragged kicking and screaming to do it anyway, so let's just get on with it. So, a couple of things first, over to planning and balls, and I want to remove this thing here because I want to have basically a pantry over here. We're going to need a pantry, so I'm just going to have this as a building, and I don't know what the size of the pantry needs to be, but I think a 7x11 will be fine. And over this side as well, we're going to go 7x11, and the reason for that is this will become a parole, and now I don't think, well, I know it's not in a good position. This is definitely an afterthought. Let's just acknowledge this from the very beginning, but well, we'll see what we can do. Over to foundations and to building brick, and we're going to put in that, and then in that obviously we need to put in some doors, which I'm just going to use some standard doors, so one there and one there. And then for the rest of this one, I'm going to go over to flooring and to grass, because this does need to be grass before we can actually grow anything over there. So the left hand side here, obviously there's a pantry here. This is going to contain an orchard, and let's have a quick look. Actually, rooms, and go down to the bottom. We want a vegetable allotment, minimum size 5x5, and then a fruit orchard, and the other side is going to be a farming field, and that's what's going to go around here. And then what I'll have to do is pretty much relearn how it works, because, quite frankly, yeah, it's been a while since we've done any of that. I think it was really the sort of lockdown town facility where we had pretty much every room that was the last time I've really looked at that in anger. Anyway, let's just go ahead and put in the extra bits here, because we need to do that. And then over to, hang on a moment, it's going to be a pantry, so minimum size of nothing, it just needs to be surrounded, so we'll put that in there. This is going to be a parole, but we'll get on with that later on. Danger level is flying down, which is good, and what I can now do is pick up a bakery foundation. Should we go for that? No. Bakery and restaurant, where I did touch on, I don't think we're going to go down that route. It would mean having to remove things like this workshop, but we could also go for expansion, but not entirely sure. Anyway, let's go for a basic farming, and we'll see if we can get on that. Obviously, we are still working on the Reform Programme research and the Reform Through Education initiative, so it's going to take a little while to go through that, but we will get there. This is our parole room, so I'm just going to put that in there. It only requires one thing to go in there, which is if we scroll down and then scroll back up, because I've obviously passed it already, it is there it is, visitor table, and we'll place that in there. And for the flooring, I think we're going to go over to the flooring tab first. That would help. We'll just put in these same sort of tiles there and there, and that's like so. Just going to remove planning like that, and right, let's see, I'm going to have to do some measurement, and it's 24, so we can do a 12 by, is it 12? 12 by 10 will suffice. Over to rooms, and then a fruit orchard, and it'll be 12 by 10, and then a vegetable allotment, which is going to go there, and then a farming field, which I'm just going to have as one big one now. The whole automated process things, so if you go up to objects and to farming, you've got things like the auto gatherer, auto harvester. I don't know if we're going to need any of that, or what we're going to go around with the sort of sprinklers and such. I'm just going to see. Yeah, the fun will be in finding out, won't it? So we do need a shed, and I'm going to place the shed in, I'm going to place the shed in there, and these will go either side like so. And the reason I'm putting it close to here, sorry, this is the farming system. Farming rooms allows for planting vegetables, fruit trees, and cereals in each, and the text is now gone. Over to water, and this is why I've put it, the sheds where they have been placed, so we can do that and that, and obviously do a similar thing over here. And it appears there's someone kicking off. That is Mark Wildley, who is having a bit of a disagreement with Matt Rogers here. who has now got a set of keys. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's just go over to our needs, and we can see that actually needs are pretty much okay. Not great, just all right. Anyway, we can see we've got the sheds placed in there. We've got the fruit orchards. I'm not too sure what I'm going to plant in each one. What does the tutorial say, actually? Hire the farm worker staff member. Okay, so we do want a farmer. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. The farm will handle all our jobs related to farming. You also require to teach inmates how to also use these. So yes, we'll go to let's say prison labour, and we've got 10 jobs on the left and 10 jobs on the right, and then we've got 20 jobs on the other side. I don't know if we have all of the inmates to work in these, but we're certainly going to set them going. And let's see, we need to plant 5 crops of any type in each room. Oh no, I can't mean oh no, 5 of any type in each room. Yeah, no, I thought I meant different ones. Like, why would it do that? Anyway, objects and down to the orchard. I'm just going to type in orchard, and you've got apples, bananas, peach. Oh, well, let's go with bananas. It'll marry up with what I'm currently having. Let's just go ahead and do that, and look like maybe that is fine. And can I do this side as well? It looks like I probably can, so there we go. And the vegetables, so we're going to go with veg, and you've got tomatoes, carrots, potatoes, cabbages, boil and mash them, sticking them in a stew. Let's go with tomatoes, honestly, because it looks quite nice. Let's just have a couple of tomatoes, a couple of potatoes, and a couple of cabbages. And then finally, yeah, we'll go with loads of cabbage, more cabbage. Okay, and now a field. So field, and we've got corn, barley. Let's just have maybe 3 rows of each. Like that, and as I said, I'm probably going to have to come back to have this automated at some point. But if we don't automate it, then I'm not really too bothered. Anyway, so that should be that pretty much done. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming in. There you go, there's wheat seeds. Unlike other crops, fruit trees will yield fruit automatically bought again and replanted after each harvest. Okay, fine. But that is going to be 5 crops of any type in each room. That's going to be that pretty much done. These 2 are done, so the orchard and the vegetable allotment. I'm a bit concerned where this banana tree is, because I think I might end up wrecking the ground, but we'll see how we get on. I'm going to go ahead and get another couple more farmers. So basically 2 for each field. Do I want some more? I mean, I could. That's a bit of a fight going on. Let's have a quick look. Okay. I think that is the grant completed, which is that's all good. So working nicely there. Back over to grant. You've got self-sustaining, overproduction, bakery. Let's have a quick look. So we've got self-sustaining. Hire 5 farm workers, purchase 10 bags of compost, harvest 50 farm plants of any kind, sell 50 crops, and collect 5 seeds of any type from harvesting crops. I'm going to go with self-sustaining. And purchase 10 bags of compost fertilizer. So let's go fertilizer. There is compost and high quality. I'm going to go with the with the compost, because it does say we just need to do that one. So I'll do all of this, and that's a lot of plants. So is that now done? Purchase 10 bags of fertilizer on 90%. So looks like 1 bag will do a number of items. Does it even say? It doesn't, but not that it matters. Can you fertilise? No, I was going to say you can't use a fertiliser on the trees. Let me just go and spend some money there. Okay, harvest 50 farm plants of any kind, which we are working on. That's good. Sell them and go from there. Let's go to lighting actually and go in the pantry. Whoops. So that's now in, and then over here, and then finally we're going to go to parole. Yeah, let's add some parole, because, well, what's the point in building the room if we're not going to set it going? Parole hearing. Oh, look at that. Farm safety. People want to do that. And let's set that going. Farm safety. I said 50 interested, but there's only 1 person on it. Okay. Let's just fire up all of the parole. We can only probably do, 4 of them, which is now set. Apparently we can make lots of money if we added a death row. Yes, we can. Am I going to do it? No, I'm not. I think we may need some more farmers, considering the amount of fertiliser that I've just placed down. And, oh, look at that, we have people actually working in here, which is good. So that's all on the go. Let's just have a quick look at Where is it? Is it policy ingredients? So there you go. So the prisoner's food system is based on 4 factors: the meal options, variety and quantity, the current number of prisoners, the number of meals each day, and the quantity of stored ingredients. Unlike imported ingredients, though, which are full of preservatives, prison-grown crops are much more beneficial when eaten, and such they will prioritised by cooks. Statistics related to your prison ingredients and the food system can be shown below. So there you go. We're on a 50-50 ratio for imported ingredients and fresh ingredients. I'm probably going to keep it like that because we need to do some selling as well. I can't recall if we've ever done just a full-on, just farming facility where we just have 100% crops. I'm going to guess we have because it just seems like a fairly obvious one, but then, and that probably on the first DLC, and oh, look at that, we're actually getting some more ingredients there. Potatoes. Oh, good. I'm just going to pause it because I've just noticed that we have the enroll 10 prisoners in animal therapy and pass animal therapy, and now we need to do 3 strikes. Enrollment of 10 prisoners in the 3 strikes program. So over to programs, and I'm going to have to get rid of something, probably the animal therapy. 76 interested, 4 finished, 1 passed, 25% pass rate. Fairly poor, isn't it? Okay, 3 strikes. 3 strikes program, yes, so we'll start that off and we'll see if we can pass that, and that'll be obviously that grant done. Okay. Oh, looking like the trees are there. They're all immature. Time to yield is 118 hours. 2 hours for the potato plants. And cabbage, mature, fertilised, time to yield 17 hours. Tomatoes is 10 hours. And then over here we've got 15, 1 hour, and 30 hours because it's just taken a while to do. And you can see there's barley there. Okay, good. And we're on harvesting and collect seeds and sell crops. Okay, what does one do? Do you just click on it and literally go to sell and sell? Yes, that's exactly how you do it. Okay, good. So once these are all, I was going to say bagged up, all boxed up, we can get those sold, and that'll be another grant done. In fact, it's probably been one of the easiest grants we've ever done. There we go. That's that completed. Wow. Okay. That's now done. Let's go back over to grants and overproduction. Harvest carrot, potatoes, cabbage, tomatoes, apples, peach, and banana. Okay, if I pick that up, we'll never get it done, which is a bit of a shame because, yeah, I don't have all of the trees. Okay. Advanced farming. Assign 10 prisoners to work within the farming field, get a drip pipe, sprinklers, compost bins. I don't think I'm going to go down that route. I think I'm going to pick up the produce 10 superior beds, which, well, we'll see about what happens there. Do we have anyone that's passed that course? Let me have a quick look at... Oh, tunnel. Let me check. 1 second. Carpentry apprenticeship, 1 pass. So we do have someone that is, yes, capable of making beds. In fact, we're on 20% of that, so this is good. Over to our remove tunnels, and I'm going to clicky, draggy, and see that there is only this tunnel to be removed, which is fine, and the workers will crack on with that. Back over to our... what's reform like? 24%. That's not bad at all, actually. That's good. And have we got... Oh, is that... No. Did we just do that? Really? No, carpentry. I was going to say it's still there. It's quite small. But we're on 50% because people are producing the 10 superior beds. I don't know what we're doing with them. I think the superior beds was the first, if I recall, the first item in game where originally you don't think you could buy it. You would have to produce it on site and then place it in cells. Could be wrong about that one. Anyway, how are we doing for money? We're doing very well. We've got 161,000 generic units of currency. We own all of our prison, or 100% of our prison. We have got the 3 grants working through it now. It's only the enrollment of 10 prisoners in a 3 strikes program and 1 prisoner pass it to get done, and that'll be another 30 grand. Reform to Education Initiative is 1 person past the general education course, so let's see how far are we on with that one. Programs and general education, we need, it's 3 interested, and it's only a couple of people working on it, but it is actually working. Obviously, we've got probably a lot of stuff being stolen from these areas. In fact, should we have a quick look? Intelligence, and the last 7 days, we can see that, yep, produced drugs. Look at all of those. But every time we get this, as people pointed out, we are making money, and that was, I guess, one of the main reasons why we went with farming. If I go into dangers, it's just going to be a massive list, isn't it? Let me have a quick look. Go over to dangers, and yep, the list is almost endless. So for the orchard, we have shears, spade, trowel, hand fork, axe, saw, and booze ingredient. For the other one, it is shears, spade, trowel, hand fork, axe, and a saw. We've got in the pantry a booze ingredient. In the parole, it's a fountain pen, and then pretty much the same on the right as to the left. The only difference is it's the same amount of tools. Instead of being booze ingredient, though, it is produced drugs, which we've seen obviously a lot coming out of that one. So yeah, that is how it is, I guess. So yeah, making money on with the consulting fee. That was the whole idea. That was the whole premise, really, and it does seem to be working okay. Obviously, we haven't done the automatic stuff, and I don't think we will. My concern was watering, whether or not you have to water, and I don't think we do. We have, obviously, people working. They've got the rakes there. Let me go ahead and hire 1, 2, 3, 4 farmers, because I think we just need some more. And there's Alexander Russ, who is... well, they're suppressed and they are very smelly, and they have a big need for drugs. That's where, obviously, it's all coming from here. That's just how it is. What are we going to do? How are we doing for 10 superior beds? We're still on halfway, and sadly no one over here working on those. Bit of a shame, but there you are. And yeah, you can see we've found something on that person. Okay, over to deployment and to patrols, and I'm going to set up a patrol in and around the field like this, and I'm going to do something similar over this side as well. So it just comes down and around like that. Is that how I set that one up? Yes, it is. And I'm going to assign dog handler. I'm going to assign them there and there. Okay. And then obviously that'll hopefully work okay. In terms of dog handlers, we've got 18. I'm going to hire another 2 more. I don't think we necessarily need to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Fence grass, and I'm going to put in finally the fence that goes around here, mainly just for the sake of completeness, because the original plan was there, so we might as well go ahead and do that. In fact, you can already see, if we zoom in, we've got this fence gate anyway, so we've already made provision for all of that, so that's fine, that's fine. Over to intelligence and informants, and do we have any potential CIs? We do not. Okay, let's just speed up a little bit while we wait for the workers to crack on. For this area, we don't have any walkways to these rooms, and that's a bit of an oversight on my part. I'm going to go with, where is it, the concrete tiles. I'm going to concrete tile up this entire thing, followed by going into here and into this side. And do I want to just completely concrete tile this up? I do. I'm not going to put in, however, the line tiles, simply because we've already used them excessively over this side. So yeah, I think we'll forego that one. We can't actually get access to this room unless we walk on grass, so we'll sort that one out as well. Let's go concrete tile, and we'll just put one little bit that goes across there. We've still got forestry on the go. We've still got exports. In fact, let me just double check. It is currently getting close to 10, and we'll see how much we made over the night. There's a high levels of contraband in the prison. Good, that's the point. Because we get consulting fees, lots of it. Okay, we are on power export 2,982, so basically not enough for my liking. So let's just go ahead and clicky clicky draggy draggy all the way to there. I'm also going to sell that utility just in case there's a problem. I don't think there will be, but yeah. And now we're doing a full shakedown of the 733 places in the facility. Does that class as every single one of these? I'm not too sure. Really not too sure. I don't know if we, with the size of the facility, I don't know if we can just do 100%. I don't know if we can just do 100% the farming, just the farming field. Yeah, I thought there was a tunnel there. I removed that. I don't know, we might be able to do it. Danger level's going up, but that's obviously because of our searching. High levels of contraband in the prison, yes, but every time we have that, we do get some consulting. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it's some amount. Produce 10 superior beds. We are only one off finishing that, which is surprising to me, actually. How we're doing with stuff over here. It's alright. You can see all stuff's getting put in the pantry. I'm going to guesstimate that we need a couple more cooks if they're going to pick this stuff up and move it down. Deployment. Staff only. Do I want to have the pantry staff only? No, I don't actually want to do that. I want them to go in there and steal stuff. Again, consulting fee. And then obviously it means punishment as well, which then directly hits the reform, because if you don't... That's the thing. If you make a completely secure... It's a bit of a paradox, this one. If you have a completely secure facility where the prisoners physically can't get contraband, which I think there's always going to be some levels of it, but let's just, for the sake of argument, say you've completely sealed off, there's no way that any contraband can be brought in. That means that if they get searched and such, obviously we're not going to find anything, and then they're not going to get punished. You can punish them for other things, it's just, yeah... It's just one of the ways of doing it. One prisoner passed the general education course, still working on that one. Enrollment of 10 prisoners in 3 strikes programme, and one prisoner passed that as well. And danger level is going down. Grants, we've just completed the workshop one. Look at all the grants we've got going. We've completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 26 grants, and we've got 2 on the go, which I think would probably be alright. Okay. Reform prisoner initiative. We need to reform 100 prisoners. We are on... not 100. So I'm not going to pick it up just in case we do a save load, and obviously it'll be a bit of a problem there. Okay, so they're replanting. Let me have a quick look. Grants. Overproduction. Carrots. No, I haven't got carrots in it. So that's already, that stopped me picking that one up straight away. Alright. Fine. But yeah, basically, the prison is, as far as I can tell, pretty much completed. I'm just going to put some lighting in the bottom here because it's been something I've missed for a while now. Is that about right? There. Put one in there as well. Problem with that is I then need to run electrical cable down into each of these rooms. Well, into the room, should I say. I think that'll be alright. That'll do. Danger level is sort of fluctuating. Oh, there's Christopher Venning. Producing superior bed. Move it to exports. So we are selling it. So we're making money from the license plates. We're making money from the beds. We're making money from... It won't be the sawn planks, actually, because that's getting changed into... the bed's now changed. Yeah. I think we are selling some of these as well, which is good. And that's a lot of crops. That is a lot of crops. Okay. That's all good then. All good. Just going to go over to programs here, and I'm just going to go down and see about the general education qualification. It'll be finished this session, actually. So this line here represents what's left, I think. So the person who's doing this is Eagle. Grim Eagle. Okay. Prisoner number 10684018, age 36. Failing his driving test hundreds of times, Grim Eagle decides to kill all people whose success rampage stopped after several attempts of chasing down and shooting a truck. Ironically, they have possession of the intent to supply. They've completed that, served that sentence, and they have 2 convictions of joyriding. Okay. There you go. We're also getting money now as well from the parole, which I've just realised what I should probably do is assign a guard to that one, because often what happens is people kick off and, well, they don't take kindly to being denied parole. So let's see. Let's see. Over to our intelligence and the last 7 days, and this does not surprise me. Look at all of these produced drugs. Obviously, they can also be thrown over. Yeah, they can also be thrown over, like there. This is not a surprise because they have to leave here and go through the metal detector. This is a bit of a interesting one. On the left, there's not much being taken, whereas on the right, there is. Okay. How curious. Alright. Well, yeah. Overall, I think we will be coming to a close. The only thing I haven't done is bakery and farming. And sorry, we've done farming. What I'm talking about, bakery on the restaurant. It was originally going to go in here, but decided to go workshop because it seemed like the better option early on. And I think it still is the right option because, well, having the bakery and restaurant here means that the visitors are going to have to come all the way into the main body of the facility, like literally right into the heart of it, into the middle, so it's just not really the right position. Truth be told, if it was to start the series again, I would go on a medium map and do it that way, but there's nothing major fail on this one as far as I can tell. What do I want to do? Fert. Let me go for high quality fertilizer. Don't know what big difference this makes. Do that. It says 50% grow speed. Okay, improved growth and ripening times. And banana trees mature. Time to yield 15 hours. And people are actually working on that one, which is good. I definitely want to see these trees yield some fruit, so I'll be checking that out in but a moment. Let's see, general education qualification. Sadly, 3 interested, 1 finished, 0 have passed, so that's failed. So it looks like we're not going to get that grant done. Let me go over to planning, and anything I want, and just remove the rest of the planning here. So yeah, originally set out, if we're going to reflect on the facility, we originally set out to do a prison that makes money via basically allowing the inmates to get contraband. That's why we have these walls so shallow, so contraband can be flung over the wall. We then went with the metal detector and another mutator. If we go over to extras and mutators, more contraband smuggling into the prison. Prisoners are far more likely to steal contraband when given the opportunity. And then finally went with an old school intake. That's below that. Contraband scanners. Metal detectors will detect all forms of contraband, but will use 5 times as much power. I said originally, we're not going to bother with the green energy, and then sort of reneged on that promise pretty much from the second episode onwards, where we had to expand over on the right. I wasn't going to expand, I wasn't going to go with the green energy stuff, and well, shows how true those sentences were. We've managed to get that across the way. Look at that. So even adding in, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 extra wind solar hybrids. We're only making a couple of hundred extra. I guess it's because we've got so many metal detectors. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Yeah, 3, 4. 24, I think. Yeah, metal detectors we have. Let's just check over here. Is there any dangers from these rooms? There is not. Yeah, I think it's minimum of 24 metal detectors. Oh no, 25, 26. So it's even more. And obviously that's using a lot of power. A huge amount of power, in fact. But it's alright. It's obviously the whole point was to allow the inmates to get contraband, then we search them, and then we get consulting fee. Truth be told, though, I think most of our money is off exports, not just power, but also for things like if we look at that there, it even says 3,000. And I'm guessing if we go over to our exports, we've got, oh no, there is wood over there. So we've got wood, we've got the superior beds, we've got the license plates that are getting sent out and going. Obviously, we've also got like all of this. I mean, how much is all that worth? Should we have a quick look? Sell. And it's only 2.5 grand. I would have thought it'd been more than that. And bananas. So we now have bunches of bananas on the banana trees. And yeah, watch out for spiders, I guess. Alright, well, we've managed to get a contraband search facility pretty much completed. There is probably some argument to be made for expansion, but it wouldn't really add anything extra as far as I can tell. If we expand to the left, yes, we could get bakery, yes, we could get restaurant. Would it give us anything extra? Not really. The challenge is already... The challenge we set ourselves, which was to have a contraband search facility. You can see we've got consulting fees there of like 48, but it all just drips in and helps out. Yeah, the challenge was to do this facility, and it's actually worked out very well, and in fact it's one of the better when it comes to reform. The average reoffending rate is 21%. I think it went even lower than that in a previous episode. I think it's just because of the massive double intake that we had, and then obviously me not feeding the inmates. Let's have a quick look. It was a prisoner uniform pack. So we're just going to place these and just absolutely spam that thing because we need it. And yeah, once you get that done, but actually that was our challenge. But the challenge in game now, well, there's not really one. I mean, there's certainly no money challenge. We've got 300,000 generic units of currency, apparently receiving 36,000 plus and minus some change per day. That's with 119 inmates maximum, all of medium security. So we get good money for that one. We do have the odd person trying to escape now and again, whether it be via tunneling like this one, or by trying to get out the front door. Obviously we've got guards there, we've got door servos, things like that. In terms of the next couple of episodes, naturally we're going to do extreme testing and a bit of an escape. I do think that the escape might be easier than, well, I don't know, I actually don't know, because it's going to be based on these doors here. Obviously there's door servos on that, and there's a road gate on that one. Just getting out, just running out the front, it's probably going to be quite easy, so I don't know if I'm going to attempt that or not. If we were positioned here, then I do think tunneling is also possible. Over on this side, even easier, but there is obviously doggo patrols. If we go to deployment and patrols, we do have dogs either side. In fact, not on this side. I'm guessing do we need even more doggos? That is potentially what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the money, I'm not concerned. Look, it's almost up to 50,000 generic units of currency per day. We have prisoner wages. We're going to increase it by 10%, so it's about 120%. And green energy goal 6 complete. Percentile bonus for reform rates completing solar panel development increased. So people doing the solar panel development will be, probably be more reform for them. Okay, over to programs, and is there anything I need to stop? We don't need to do guard taser. We have got the other ones running, which is fine. Prisoner programs we're working well with. Anything else I can add? I don't think so. No room found for 3 next program. Oh, it's a common room. So we're never going to get this one done. Okay. Not that that's a concern, because we've earned 30,000 just in today. So I don't think we need... any more reform, any more money. So yeah, overall, I think I said at the start it was going to be a smaller series than previous. It was more of a quirky design and something a bit different for the sake of it, but hopefully it has been of interest. I do quite like the small cells. I think we might have to maybe look at doing that in future facilities. Speaking of future facilities, let me know what you think we should do. Like I say, we're going to do some extreme testing, and then the escape will depend on exactly how interesting it is. If it's just a case of walking out the front door, I may not bother, but we shall see how we get on. In terms of future build series, let me know what you think. Obviously, previously we've done Gang Facility, we've done Reform Island, we've done Criminally Insane. So, yeah, let me know again what you think we should do for that one. And I just realised that there is no carpet in and around this area, so I'm going to correct that error now before we finish the series. And let's go with maybe not cargo floor, metallic for this one, because why not? And there's a tunnel there as well. Yeah, let me know what angle you would like to see in a future series, and as always, we will go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. Take care, comments in the comments, and generic partings.